They will all be in the ring. Tug Taylor, Terry Garvin, and the Davis brothers. That's our main event today in the GWF. Hello, everyone. I'm Craig Johnson, joined today by Scott Hudson. And things are really getting out of control when you talk about Bull Payne, Samantha, and as much out of control as you could possibly get, Samantha.
Samantha is a force in the Global Wrestling Federation, Craig. She's like a tag team partner. Bull Payne wrestling a single match. Samantha at ringside makes it a handicap match. No question about it. Sam Houston will testify to that.
Samantha got the advantage last week here on the GWF, but recently on one of our other Global Wrestling Federation shows, Samantha got a little bit irate. Let's take a look at it right here.
I see right here is where young guys make big mistakes. If they're going to do that, they better get it done and get it done in a hurry. Out of the way. He took two dead good balls up there. I'll be watching that, Mr. Bud Payne.
Sam Houston delivering the rights right to the chin.
He kicks like a mule, he bites like a turkey gator.
Watch out over the top rope. Samantha pulling her up down.
I'm telling you, folks, that king stuff ain't lying, not be legal. She ain't got no stinking license, I'll guarantee she don't.
Let's get the official word on this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, by disqualification, the winner of the match is Sam Houston.
And now taking advantage of that situation, Bull Payne. Bull Payne getting into the ring. Sam Houston, the winner by disqualification.
Oh, Sam, thank for it, thank. Just because that dead duck bell ring don't mean nothing, don't do it. Get them wheels rolling now.
Got the knee up.
Yeah, oh, Sam. Come on. Put it on him.
Down goes Bull Payne.
Get on him, Samuel, get on him. Come on. That wasn't a dead duck death. I'm sorry about that, Mr. Counselor.
That's okay. It was bound to happen sometime.
Come on, Sam, you got to get mad, boy, get mad.
Fans were going to try to restore order and restore our
I
guest.
got a little carried away. I tore the damn place up.
We'll be back.
But Sam Houston, look into these eyes, boy. I want you to look into these eyes. You ain't never gonna forget them. You're gonna sleep and you're gonna have a nightmare. Everywhere you look, boy, I'm gonna be there. Every time you open your eyes, Bull Payne will be there. And when you're in the ring and you're begging, please, Mr. Payne, don't touch me anymore. I'm gonna kick your teeth right down your throat. So, boy, you better go home. You better eat your vitamins. And you better go to the gym, because Bull Payne is ready to end your career.
We'll be back with action. Stay tuned.
Talk about is the handsome stranger. I told the stranger, after I humiliated him, after I embarrassed him, I said, please, stay out of the sport for your own good, because I'm going to have to humiliate and embarrass you again. But what does he do? He comes back in the sport, enters into the TV title tournament, so I had to cost him the title. I cost him the title, made sure my good friend Eddie Gilbert won, and I think what happened is he finally got the point. I embarrassed him, I humiliated him, and he won't be back this time. It's gone for good.
Well, it's all a mystery to us. Wonder what Tom Davis will think of this.
And his opponent, from the bad side of Nashville, weighing 252 pounds, he is one half of the Dirty Davis brothers. Introducing Tom Davis.
Well, one half of the Dirty Davis brothers, Tom Davis. Usually at this time we go to the tail of the tape, but not knowing anything about Mr. Mystery, it's kind of tough to go to the tail of the tape.
No hometown, no weight, no idea about a background, no nothing.
Well, Tom Davis being checked by senior official James Beard. He's just laughing, saying, what is this competition?
You can see Tom Davis not...
Well, it's Chaz!
It's Chaz!
Chaz with a drop kick! Another drop kick! The mystery is solved. Clothesline! Picks him up, sends him down!
The knee looks good.
He is wearing a knee brace. But apparently it's holding up. Backdrop. And Tom Davis doesn't know what has hit him. Right now, Chaz is laying in the right. Hip toss. Watch out, here's Mike Davis. Oh, waylaid from behind. It's a 2-on-1 situation. The Dirty Davis brothers putting the boots to Chaz. And now they're going to try to go after that knee. But here's Tug and Terry. Tug and Terry making their way in. The Dirty Davis brothers head out. Let's get the official word on this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, because of disqualification, the referee has determined the winner of the match is Chaz.
Well, the winner of the match is Mr. Mystery, too. Chaz, along with his proud papa and Terry Garvin. Historic 1 for that team, 0 for the Davis brothers, at least on this edition.
At a weight of 260 pounds from Denver, Colorado, introducing Wild Bill Irwin.
Wild Bill Irwin making his way into the ring. Hollywood John Tatum joins us at the commentary position.
You know, he's real tough with that whip in his hand, but I guarantee you when he puts it down, my partner's going to do his job. Here he comes now, buddy. Take a look. Watch how the women react when he hits this arena.
His opponent entering the ring area.
Look at the people, Mark. Look at that, Greg.
He's 1/3 of the coast-to-coast
I see thumbs
section.
down there.
These people know real class when they see it.
To the coast
That
of
is
California,
class.
the California Stud.
Did you two know each other back in California before going on the wrestling tour?
Coincidentally, we did, and that's why we got together. Akbar knew that, and Akbar's actually the one that's got us together. What he's done for me, I can't explain. You know, I've had all kind of titles. I've won every major tag title there is. And what he's done is he's got me in the gym and he's showed me how to build my body. And along with my 52nd degree black belt and my body.
52nd degree
Yes, you know about that. Yes, I'm probably one of the top martial artists in the world today.
Okay. Collar and elbow tie-up, back into the corner they go. The California Stud, not a clean break there. But one thing that I'm sure you know is you don't want to get the dander of Wild Bill Irwin up.
I have to admit, Wild Bill Irwin is a tough guy. He's a tough competitor. He's been around a lot of years. But you know, his head's a little too big for him there. And tonight, I just think he's bit off a little more than he can chew.
The California Stud with a rig of the eyes, courtesy of the bootlaces. Sends him into the corner. Irish whip takes him to the other corner. Clothesline follows it up.
You see, Stud, he's been wrestling a while now, but I have to remind him to watch that boot of Wild Bill Irwin's. If that boot catches you, it's good night, Irene. I don't care who you are. He's got probably the meanest, most vicious kick in professional wrestling.
Are you actually admitting that that kick could be better than your California
I
kick?
said one of them really does. Of course, everybody knows that my super kick is far superior to any move in professional wrestling.
Clothesline. I bet you the California Stud learned that when he played for the Chargers, or actually probably when he played for the Raiders.
Well, you know, he started out with the Chargers. He was one of the best centers in professional football. They didn't pay him enough money. He made a little more money in wrestling, and that's where he's at today. Oh, look at that fine specimen.
Leading the cheers for Wild Bill Irwin. Grapevine of the leg, but only a count of 2. Maybe a little bit of lackadaisical cover on the part of the Stud.
Well, you know, like I say, he hasn't been wrestling a long time. He's got a few more.
There's that boot you were talking about.
That's not it. That's not the one where he's got that momentum going. Now, here's where he could get him with that boot. He's got to be careful.
Goes for the backdrop. That puts a lot of hurting on the lower vertebrae.
It certainly does. You people who've never been backdrop. try it at home and see what it feels like.
On second thought, don't try it at home, and that way a lot less people would get hurt.
Yeah, grab your little brother and flip him over like that and see how he feels.
Fans,
better yet, your little sister.
trust me, it's not a good idea, and we at the GWF don't condone that particular kind of action.
Put you in the hospital.
Trading blows between the two men.
You can see they're both getting a little tired here because they 110%. These two guys do not like each other. See? There's the old Bill resorting to cheating. You notice this whole match, my partner has not used any illegal moves, anything illegal this whole match.
I think we're watching two different monitors.
Well, that's why you wear glasses and I don't, Craig.
Rear chin lock. The beginnings of a sleeper, but I think...
See, when you get
Wild
tired
Bill.
like that, it's Bill Irwin, at being around as long as he has, he knows that he's tired. He's putting that weight on him now, trying to take the wind out of him. It's a very good move by Bill Irwin, I will have to admit that.
Well, your mentor, Mr. Akbar, seems a little bit perturbed, and maybe he's a little bit happier now that the stud gotten out of the predicament. And what an uppercut there. 2 times with a forearm.
You notice no fist at all, though, Craig. My partner refuses to cheat.
Power
Could be it.
slam.
Oh, that could very well be it, Craig.
That's 2, but a kick out by Wild Bill.
He's pretty tough. I have to admit it.
Boot to the sternum, and there's a closed fist 2 times. So maybe the stud getting a little bit frustrated.
Excuse me, I had to tie my shoe. I didn't see that.
High backdrop sends Wild Bill down to the canvas. Count of 1, 2.
Got to hook that leg. I'll get with him in the dressing room after this match, and I'll have him where he won't do that ever again.
California stud picking up the Wild Man from Colorado and sending him back down with a clothesline and dropping that leg. Count of 1, count of 2, and you may have to have a longer meeting with him. Again, he missed the opportunity for the pin.
Well, just like anything else, it takes experience, Craig, you know, and he just hadn't been doing it long enough. But with me at his side, he's going to get it fast.
Russian leg
Look at
sweep.
that. I can't even do that.
Count of 1 and 2, but that time he was just plain cocky.
He gets a little cocky sometimes. You can't blame him. When you look as good as he does, and you're as good a wrestler as he is, you just can't blame him. Look, I've never seen that before.
Wow, Bill goes up and over, rolls him up. Count of 1, count of 2, count of 3. What a bridge by Wild Bill Irwin.
You saw him. He had the trunks, though. It's blatant. It's on national TV. You saw him with his hands all in his trunks. And there he's complaining right there.
Well,
Akbar saw it. You saw it, Craig. We all saw it.
Let's take a look at it again as he goes up. No, it's just a bridge for the 1, the 2, the 3, and the winner, that man right there, Wild Bill Irwin.
Introducing Hollywood John Tatum and the California stud, the Coast to Coast Connection.
Well, there they are, a dangerous alliance if I've ever seen one. Hollywood John Tatum, rugged Rod Price, 2/3 of the Coast to Coast Connection. And what are those? Even Rod Price is wary of those. What is this, Samurai John Tatum?
I have no idea. I was thinking he's juicing John or...
Well, here are some guys who know how to take care of Coast to Coast Connection.
Their opponents for this global tag team event at a total weight of 560 pounds, introducing Wild Bill Irwin and Akbar.
It's a good thing those 2 guys are good guys, because I wouldn't want to get them mad.
Between BB, the branding iron, and that whip of Bill Irwin, they can admit
Mr. Lash.
real damage. Take a look at John Tatum.
Yokohama John Tatum.
Tokyo John.
A
think.
Whoops. John Tatum just hit Rod Price in the head with those nunchucks, and they didn't have any effect. I wonder if those are real. The fans filing into the Global Dome for this event, and Mr. Akbar trying to steal the accoutrements of the Wild Bunch. Wild Bill Irwin and Black Bart ready for action. John Tatum getting out of his ring jacket. I don't know what it said on the name patch. It wasn't Hollywood John. It was Doctor something. I don't know what that was. But there's rugged Rod Price, who has sent many a man to see a doctor.
John Tatum and Rod Price, 2/3 of the coast-to-coast connection. Along with Sweet Daddy Falcone, they comprise the threesome under the tutelage of Skandor Akbar against two members of the Wild Bunch, Wild Bill Irwin and Black Bart.
Well, Sweet Daddy Falcone and the Rattlesnake, neither one of them scheduled for action on this GWF event. So it's 2-on-2, and the California Stud thinks he's one up on Wild Bill.
Rod Price. No longer can we talk about Rod Price being a newcomer to wrestling. He has a couple of years under his belt as a professional wrestler now, and he is part of a very successful tag team with John Tatum. At one time, Rod Price formed a successful tag team with Stunning Steve Austin.
Well, I think both members of the coast-to-coast connection are a little stunned by those clotheslines to the point where Rod Price says, hold on a minute. Oh, my, please.
Hey.
Wow. Watch out for Akbar. Akbar is up to no good, and Black Bart caught him.
Oh. That was very close for Skandor Akbar, as Black Bart almost caught him.
Recently in the GWF, the Wild Bunch had procured, if you will, a photo of the California Stud and Hollywood John Tatum. We won't get into the details of the photo, but a lot of people are wondering about them. Side headlock. And the tags by Rod Price, and Rod Price holds on while John Tatum takes over. We've already seen what happened between Irwin and Price in one-on-one, but this is tag team competition, and Black Bart, hello, Hollywood.
Look at Tatum. Can he get him off his feet?
Going. It could be. It might be. Gone.
It took a lot to knock the big man off his feet, but Black Bart is an even bigger man.
One,
Tatum's down.
two, and a boot to the head. Black Bart into the friendly corner, the friendly confines of the Wild Bunch. But I don't think John Tatum will find any friends there.
We mentioned earlier that Sweet Daddy Falcone completes the threesome of the coast-to-coast connection. It takes Rattlesnake to complete the Wild Bunch.
Missing with the clothesline is Hollywood John Tatum. Looked like he was going to go for an elbow, but caught him with a punch to the jaw. The tag in to the California Stud, rugged Rod Price. Both men slamming the head of Wild Bill into the mat. Irish whip by Rugged Rod Price. Power slam. The cover with a count of 2. He did not grapevine the leg, however. And the stud with a tag into Hollywood John Tatum. Black Bart getting a little bit upset about the actions in the ring. Wild Bill Irwin sunset flip. Count of 1, count of 2. Almost a count of 3. John Keaton very close.
Very close to having John Tatum pinned on television, and that would take a lot of steam out of the coast-to-coast connection.
Blocking the suplex is Wild Bill, gets one of his own. And John Tatum's back is a-hurtin'. Both men need a tag. John Tatum makes his way to his feet. He's not going for a tag. Instead, he goes up to the middle rope. Nobody home. Wild Bill rolling, trying to get the tag, and he does. Into the ring comes Black Bart. John Tatum goes down. Rod Price goes down. Down goes Tatum. Down goes the stud. Mr. Tatum, Mr. Price. Didn't meet each other the first time. Well, I think they know each other well now. Watch out. Here comes Black Bart.
He's not finished yet. Tatum and Price are in a bad way, but Black Bart wants just a little bit more.
From behind, Rugged Rod Price. Into the corner they go. A standoff between Price, and over the top goes Wild Bill. Not a disqualification. Watch out. Rod Price going after something. He gets the branding iron. Inside the ring. He hit him with a branding iron. John Keaton was being distracted by Akbar. Black Bart in the ring. Inside the ring, Rugged Rod Price brands him. The BB on the chest. What an insult to Black Bart.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the match, Hollywood John Tatum and the California Stud, the Coast to Coast Connection. At 210 pounds from Phoenix, Arizona, Ben Jordan.
Ben Jordan, one of the talented light heavyweights, moving up to the heavyweight division on this edition of Major League Wrestling and the Global Wrestling Federation. Maybe in for a painful predicament.
Introducing his opponent, making his way to the ring, being accompanied by Samantha. He's from Sturgis, South Dakota, and weighs 262 pounds. Bull Payne!
Take a look at Bull Payne. This guy's got more rhinestones than Glenn Campbell.
And when you add Samantha's rhinestones, maybe more than a lot of the country music singers I've seen on some of the cable networks.
Yeah, corner of the market.
They say they come from the House of Pain. Well, with those outfits, I don't doubt it. Bull Payne against Ben Jordan in our opening event. This is a production. Let's find out what Bonnie Blackstone and the fans in the stands have to say about Bull Payne.
Bonnie Blackstone here in the stands with Shane. What do you think about Bull Payne and company?
You don't need no one at ringside.
Well, a lot of people feel that way, but you know something? Birds of a feather tend to flock
Well,
together.
Samantha always at ringside when it comes to Bull Payne, as getting the early advantage, the youngster, Ben Jordan.
Ben Jordan better strike early and strike hard if he wants to have any chance against Bull Payne, because Bull Payne is just that. He's a bull in the ring. Take a look at the man. Obviously outweighs, has the height advantage on Ben Jordan also. If it gets to a strength versus strength match, I'm afraid Ben Jordan will be just a little bit short when it comes to this Bull Payne match.
Right now, quickness. Much to the advantage of Ben Jordan, and that may be where Bull Payne could get frustrated as the match continues.
And it's almost a cliche now, Craig, to say when you wrestle someone who has a valet or a manager that you're wrestling two people. And obviously there's Samantha. She is not in the ring, but her presence outside the ring, she might as well be in there taking her shots at Ben Jordan herself.
Using the middle rope for a bit of leverage.
Oh,
well, excuse us.
Speaking of taking her shots at Ben Jordan, Samantha, outside of the vision of the official. Oh.
And that will affect your speaking, if not your breathing, a little bit later.
It'll affect your teeth.
Irish whip followed up by an elbow. Bull Payne using brawling tactics plus his power to get the advantage here as Bull Payne sends Ben Jordan out the hard way. Following him. And right into the ring apron. That's a cornucopia of steel and wood underneath that mat there.
Is it really?
Now bringing Ben Jordan in. Is he going to try a suplex? No! Bulldog!
Oh, my goodness.
There are many men who use a bulldog, but I've never seen one quite like that. Now Bull Payne picking up Ben Jordan. The power slam. Count of one, count of two. But apparently not enough Payne dished out, according to Bull Payne.
It was a combination of a DDT, a bulldog, and a gourd buster that Bull Payne put on Ben Jordan. And Jordan is yet to recover, but now he looks like he's coming back. Maybe not.
The clubbing forearms of Bull Payne. And Samantha has been remarkably quiet during this match. Now up to the top rope. Bull Payne climbing up, getting his balance, making sure that Jordan is off balance. Picks him up. Suplex from the top. But still not enough Payne dished out.
The superplex, the DDT off the top rope. Oh. Bull Payne is really inflicting some pain on Ben Jordan.
Bull Payne takes it up to the top rope. And the Bulldog off the top rope. Will this be enough? One, two, three. Let's take a look at all three of those moves. That incredible DDT Gourdbuster Bulldog, then followed up by, oh, that's devastating enough, and then finally the knee, and bringing it down with a Bulldog. There are your winners, Bull Payne and Samantha, and we'll be very young working on the wrist that was broken back in April of '89 in a scaffold match in Fort Worth, Texas, when these two men were partners. So Gary Young using that knowledge to his advantage. Headbutt. Sends Gary Young down as Cactus Jack able to get the momentum going his way. Now, face to face, three forearms by Gary Young, sends him into the ropes, goes for the drop kick. Cactus Jack holds on to the top rope. Cactus Jack delivers the leg drop from behind. Count of 1, 2 by senior referee Sean O'Brien. Delivers Gorgeous Gary into the turnbuckle. Now challenges him. A left, another left, 3 times, and now a right. Right to the jaw. Into the ropes. Followed up by Cactus Jack. Pulls him down. Right into the middle of the canvas. Cactus Jack sends Gary Young down. Instead of going for the pin, picks him up to dole out more punishment. Now raking his face in the middle of the canvas. Young delivers the left boot. And now to the midsection, trying to take some of the air away from Gary Young. Now he could be getting him ready for the pile driver. Signals for it. Picks him up. Has him set. Cactus Jack delivers the pile driver with authority. Rolls Gorgeous Gary over, but the foot on the rope will break the count. Now delivering the left boot 2 times. Now working on the shoulder area of Gorgeous Gary Young. The forearm connects. Cactus Jack with Gary Young into the ropes. Neckbreaker! Gary Young avoids the backdrop, delivers the neckbreaker. Both men are down, trying to make it to their feet. Cactus Jack, the first one to his feet. But Young sees the telegraph move twice now. Gorgeous Gary knows his partner rather well. Or I should say, former partner. If this match proves nothing else, it proves that the former of the partners, the clothesline delivered. Gorgeous Gary Young with things in hand now. Now he's going to try for the pile driver. No! A little bit of a noggin knocker. As Cactus Jack lands right in front of our broadcast position here at ringside. Down he comes. But Cactus Jack sends him right into the hardwood floor of the interview set. And now, watch out. At ringside, picks him up once, twice, but no! Cactus Jack up and over on the backdrop. But Gary Young misses trying to deliver the leg drop. Count is up to 11 as Cactus Jack making his way up to the apron of the ring. Watch out, he calls this the hip buster, but he misses. Gary Young misses, gets back into the ring. The count is up to 19. Cactus Jack better get back in, but he doesn't, as Gary Young delivers the boot, keeping him out. Cactus Jack is counted out of the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match, Gary Young.
Gary Young gets the victory. And that man, I'm not even sure if he knows that he lost. There was only 2. Let's go back and take a look at some action recently in the Global Wrestling Federation as Tug Taylor went against Mike Davis. Watch out! Tugboat coming into port there. Tom Davis hopping up on the apron. But Mike Davis getting the advantage here. Must remember that Tug Taylor was on the wrong side of the law, so to speak, for quite a while. So he knows how to play as dirty as the Davis brothers. That may be the one advantage Tug Taylor has here. Watch out, Mike Davis putting some punishment on the big Tugster. These two men used to travel the same tracks. And look at Tug Taylor. That slap had no effect at all. Two men trading chops. And a finger right into the eye. That'll stop momentum. Forearm to the back. Tug Taylor into this matchup at 325 pounds of full, 90 pounds heavier than Mike Davis. Watch out from behind. Tom Davis sneaking up. But Tug Taylor able to see it there. A boot into the midsection. Mike Davis trying to figure out how to take on the big man. Body slam. Tug Taylor going up to the top rope. Watch out. Mike Davis shot into the midsection. And the referee calls for the disqualification. Here comes Terry Garvin. Terry Garvin going at it with Tom. Mike trying to take care of Tug. Watch out. They're all going at it. Tug Taylor with an advantage here. As great camera work, it enables you to see everything. Tug Taylor in a struggle with Mike Davis. Tom Davis delivering some knees. But Terry Garvin won't back down from Big Tom. Uppercut delivered by Tug Taylor. And these four men will go at it until somebody stops them. Two referees are in there. They can't get the job done. Terry Garvin putting a beating on the top of Tom's head. Meanwhile, Tug Taylor and Terry Garvin throws one of the officials. And now, Tug Taylor going to work on Mike, but, excuse me, Tom getting the shots, but Big Tug comes away with one. Tug with a big right. Meanwhile, Mike Davis delivers an elbow to Terry Garvin, and the Dirty Davis brothers get out of dodge.
Qualified, your winner is Tug Taylor.
There you have the official word, and these gentlemen will meet another day, I am sure. We'll be back in a moment. As the Dirty Davis brothers have to contend with a team that is quite upset. And when you get a tugboat upset, you're in for some problems.
Their opponents entering the ring at a total weight of 547 pounds. Introducing Terry Garvin and his partner, the original Tugboat Taylor.
And don't forget Chaz making his way to ringside. It was an injury to Chaz that started this whole situation. And the Dirty Davis brothers waiting.
What is that?
Well, Tug Taylor getting a chair for Chaz to sit down on. Even though Chaz recently came back to action, Chaz trying to rest the knee whenever he can, but he's got a ringside seat here at the Global Dome. In the ring, Terry Garvin, and Tug Taylor can't wait for the action to get going here. Quite frankly, neither can we.
It's great to see that finally Tug Taylor and Terry Garvin will get their hands to the Dirty Davis brothers. No possibility of outside interference. Nobody will come running down the aisle here at the Global Dome and interject themselves into the match, because that man right there, Chaz, will make sure that it's a 2-on-2 tag team match with no outside interference.
It was the Lightning Kid that helped the Dirty Davis brothers put Chaz out of business, and Tug Taylor trying to put the Dirty Davis brothers out of business. Chaz is due for a light heavyweight championship match against the Lightning Kid soon. Something tells me there's an alliance there that I don't like too much, but right now there's a face-off, and Terry Garvin over to make sure that Chaz is an observer and not a participant, as he wants his once tag team partner to get a little rest. Chuck Taylor and Tom Davis facing off. Tom Davis, a strong wrestler. Chuck Taylor, as he likes to say, is a lot more than just bulk. He can move in that ring.
He is a load in there, though, Craig. Is Tom Davis strong enough to get the big man off of his feet? We'll have to see.
Tom Davis hurting, possibly. Oh, shot right to the nose may have helped the hurting go. Collar and elbow. Chuck Taylor with a go behind. Full Nelson. Over to Terry Garvin. You don't suppose Terry Garvin would take advantage of this, do you?
No.
Well,
I could be wrong.
the Davis brothers have dosed out enough double-teaming punishment lately that it only seems right that the team of Chuck Taylor and Terry Garvin should get a few shots and well, no effect.
Not on Chuck Taylor, anyway. What do you call that?
I'm at a loss for words.
Is that a belly butt? Is that, if it's a head butt the other way, that's...
A belly bonker, perhaps. I don't know.
Whatever you say.
Mike Davis. And Tom Davis switching sides, but Chaz is there to say it was not a tag. Well, back in comes Tom. There is a tag. Mike Davis, the elder of the Davis brothers, slowly getting into the ring. The lockup. Shot 2 times. Mike Davis misses with a clothesline. Misses again. Terry Garvin, cross body block. Taking him down for a 1. Both men back to their feet quickly.
And now Mike Davis claiming that Terry Garvin pulled the tights. I certainly didn't see anything of the sort. Tom Davis in.
The lockup. As these men jockeying for position. Tom Davis getting the side headlock. Davis with a shoulder block 2 times. Advantage in size working to his favor there. Step over 2 times. And Terry Garvin pulling him up and over. Drop kick. Tom Davis may have had enough. They're very happy, and Chaz looking on at the fallen Davis brother and the consoling Davis brother.
Keeping a sharp eye on the actions of Mike and Tom Davis as Chaz on the outside.
There's the lockup, knee into the midsection, forearm to the back. And Tom Davis trying to make sure that Terry Garvin's momentum is short-lived.
It's got to be a great psychological boost to Terry Garvin and Chuck Taylor to know that they have that third eye, that third man on the outside.
Using the middle rope for their advantage, the Dirty Davis brothers, as Garvin is there helpless to do anything because Tom Davis made sure he went nowhere. Double teaming the order of the day for the Dirty Davis brothers. Whip. Power slam. Count of 2, Chuck Taylor in. He's gonna the flurry of the Dirty Davis brothers. All four men in the ring. Over the top, there goes Terry Garvin. Not a disqualification in the GWF. Tug Taylor being tied into the ropes. Chaz watching out for Terry Garvin. Watch out from behind. Mike Davis with a chair. Chaz grabs the chair away and hits him over the head. Gets him again. Chaz preventing the Dirty Davis brothers from the Dirty Deed, and Chaz knocking some noggins. Let's get the official word on this one. Oh, no.
The winners of the match, the Dirty Davis brothers.
Well, it was Mike Davis who tried to use the chair. Chaz took it away, and boom, one time, boom, a second time. What's this?
How'd you get the chair from? You want to hit with trainer? You want to play dirty? You want to hit with anything you want to hit with? Bring it back next week and let's do a no DQ right here in the Mobile Dome.
Well, it seems that no disqualification may be the order of the day. The challenge has been issued.
Challenge? Let me tell you about challenges, pal. Garvin, Fat Boy, chairs, brass knucks, kitchen sinks. You're talking right up the Dirty Davis brothers' alley, boys. It means we can do anything we want to do. We can hit you with anything we want to hit you with. We can tear you limb from limb, spit you out on the floor, and there's nothing you can do about it.
No, Mike, come on.
Nothing that the GWF can do about it. You pushed us over the edge. You pushed us over the edge.
You think you guys are playing around with just a couple of punk kids? You're wrong. Mike's been a rocker for a long time. I've been a rebel. We've been fighting our streets all of our life. And we're done fighting and playing around with you children. Tugboat, it's time to start cutting up slices of bologna and making sandwiches with you. Garvin,
you're gone.
You're finished up. And Chaz, well, it speaks for itself.
It's over.
We'll have that next week in the GWF. Stay tuned. For Bonnie Blackstone and Scott Hudson, I'm Craig Johnson. So long, everybody.